One of the best additions to Madden 26 is the flexibility and customization options you have for your offensive line in terms of pass protection and slide protection. I'll show you what I mean by that. So we've all played someone, probably 100 people like this, where they'll call some sort of double mug A-gap blitz, maybe like a mid blitz or something. They'll take their user, who's usually covering a running back or tight end. They'll put him like directly over some offensive lineman. Oftentimes it's the center, sometimes it's a guard. And they might even blitz him or hold down L2 or something like that. And the whole goal here is just to manipulate the offensive line into thinking that guy's blitzing when he's actually not, and then they pull him off into coverage, hoping that one of those edge rushers comes in free. That works very well. It's worked for many Maddens in a row. This year, you have the ability to easily stop that. So there's two ways of doing it. The first way is to bring up your slide protection by pressing LB or L1, and then you see the Untarget Defender option, which is Y or triangle. You click that. And then you can scroll through using your left stick and tell your offensive line, whoever has that fire emoji over his head, we can select it and tell our offensive line, do not worry about that guy. We know he's not blitzing. If he does blitz, we don't care. Just ignore him completely. And now, it's still a 6-man rush. We still have to block an extra guy. And now it's going to be a 6-on-6, which normally it would probably come through anyway because they'd be so worried about that safety over our center. But now we have a chance of actually picking this up. Like, look how we actually picked up that blitz with just 6 guys blocking against 6 guys rushing. Now, this isn't about the play itself. The play is just like a drag. It doesn't matter. This is about the Untarget Defender ability. Now, there's actually a faster way of doing that. So instead of going through the slide protection menu, what you can do is you can just flick up on the right stick. And that just gets you directly to the Untarget Defender. And then you scroll through to whoever you want to untarget. Now, I showed you the good way of doing it against some mindless guy who doesn't know what he's doing on defense. And that's a lot of people you're going to encounter. But if they're mixing up their blitzes, or if you get it wrong, you could be in for a lot of trouble. So let's say you guess wrong. You say, hey, I think this linebacker here is going to be the guy that's not blitzing. And you tell your offensive line, don't block him. Watch what happens. Like you're just in a world of trouble right away. So it's a very powerful tool if you know what you're doing. It's a pretty terrible tool if you don't know what you're doing. I would recommend getting super comfortable with it against some of the most common blitzes in Madden 26.